In a parallel world parallel to our own, there exists only Pokemon and Poke-humans, which are supernatural beings of extraordinary power. One day an ordinary human man discovers that there are other worlds just like this one, some that are identical and some that are completely different and far in between. At the advent of the 21st century, new humans are born into existence and hold the keys to the future human race's evolution. These would eventually become known worldwide as Poke-humans or Pokemorphs because they possess Pokemon souls which have been incarnated into human form in the world. He discovers that he himself is not merely an ordinary human and indeed possesses Pokemon powers, and he goes on a quest to discover if these other worlds exist and discover if he is not alone and journeys to find people like himself. This will not be easy for him because if at all people who have this will not be easy to find, because they are in fear of being captured and dissected by doctors and scientists. At the advent of the 21st century, new human beings are born into existence which are more than just being human in the normal sense. These humans are usually abnormally intelligent and are said to possess abnormal abilities like but not limited to elemental abilities and psychic powers and super intelligence not normally found in normal humans, and are said to be able to use more than 50% of their brain power, unlike their normal human counterparts which only use 10% or less brain power. The world of Pokemon. Pokemon and humans live happily together. They help each other out when they are in need and they are good friends. But what of the Pokemorphs? The Pokemorphs are a threat, so says the normal humans, and now all Pokemorphs are a servant to humans. And used as weapons for the military, used for advanced warfare, weapons for secret organizations so as to be weapons of war, and death weapons for secret organizations to make war. Most Pokemorphs don't even make it past their teenage years. They are captured by secret military organizations and studied and dissected so as to see if they can be weaponized for advanced warfare and for strategic weaponry, and are hunted and used for wars and being servants and weapons. But there are some humans who show kindness to the Pokemorphs and love. What will happen if a human and a Pokemorph fall for each other? Or even Pokemorph for Pokemorph? Will they ever live happily ever after? There are some humans and Pokemorphs who want to put a stop to this, and soon a battle will come, the Battle of Armageddon. Will the Pokemorphs be set free? Or will they be hunted to extinction by the secret organizations and all Pokemorphs to be killed? And everything and everyone is supposed to live happily ever after. Wrong. Now the Pokemon gods have rained down on us, and one of the biggest and most powerful churches are not done with the Pokemorphs and still wants them gone. For love, for freedom. The war is about to begin. What side will you be on? The ordinary humans? Or the supernatural humans called Pokemorphs or Poke-humans? At the advent of the 21st century, there was a top-secret project called Project Prodigious. This top-secret organization was responsible for the development of top-secret experiments which we all came to know as Project Zeros. This top-secret organization was responsible for the development and implementation of top-secret weaponry and top-secret experiments called protomorphs or xenomorphs, which can change their form from one thing to another. These superhuman experiments were so powerful that they could in and number 64258. People's minds and make any person see anything or believe anything these beings desired them, the ordinary humans, to believe or see. One of the experiments rebelled and escaped along with the other 4 experiments and was the leader of the 5 experiments which later on became known only as the 5. These experimental superhuman experiments are extremely powerful and are not to be tried, and number 64260. And or messed with. These human super solders are genetically and digitally and technologically and neurologically and metaphysically and robotically enhanced and are considered extremely dangerous and are a real risk to all other human beings. The digital gods need to resist all evil. All deities in all creation, including my realm or world, need to resist all evil. Project Zero humans. This was a top-secret project called Project Zero, to develop super solders using digital light fractal code called data fractal code, which when attached to human beings allow incredible boost in intelligence and super agility and super re. And number 64258, Xa is not normally found in human beings and a whole variety of abilities not deceived as of yet. PsyOps, CISIC Operation Control Center, I have the power to help any way I can from my computer. We need to resist all evil, every person has free will, I have the power to give my brain power to any being that need free will like a sort of bulletin and number 64256, for ones that do not possess free will. Consciousness transcends space and time. Spiricites. Proliferation Treaty. Australia, Japan 2.0. H.Om of the Digital Gods, we are in the distortion world described in Pokemon by Arceus. Lin and number 64257, RM Unit, Fiber Optic Cables, Lightning Fast Internet, 20115 to 2025, Google Glass Augmented Reality, Google Gas has been discontinued. Augmented reality may be over answer, no, it is not maybe to you but in my world it is over. I have to be in the right place at the right time or else what I desire will not happen for me. At the advent of the 21st century there was a man, he was said to be the one. Very little is known about this man. All we know about him is he was said to be the first Pokemorph or Pokehuman. This man was said to possess extraordinary knowledge of all Pokemon and Pokemorphs because he himself is a Pokehuman and a Pokemorph himself. He was said to be extremely intelligent and was said to be the first of many Pokehumans. Pokehumans are Pokemon born or incarnated into human beings. These beings are protomorphs or xenomorphs which are said to possess extraordinary power. Every story I create comes true. In a parallel universe to our own, Digimon and Pokemon do not exist, but what the human race did not know at the time this was written, forces unknown to the humans of their world, that beings of consciousness were to decide the entire fate of the human race. These beings would later on in Did and number 64256, errant timelines and realms and planes would eventually become digital monster or Digimon for short and Pokemon in the physical world. When these beings take on physical form at the advent of the 21st century, beings of unknown origin started becoming known to the local inhabitants as digital monster or Digimon. These beings as they were once beings of pure consciousness, but a war was waged over eons of time in the digital world which in real time would only be a few days human world time. These beings are neither good nor are they evil. It is a battle beyond good and a battle beyond evil. At the advent of the 21st century, special human children are born that would decide the entire fate of both the digital world and the real world. These children are Spicy and number 64257. Kali, chosen with careful consideration of each of the children's strengths and their weaknesses, with careful consideration of each child to see how they would fare in dangerous situations, to see if they could be worthy enough to save both the real world and digital worlds from destruction. These humans are given a special device in which the human and their partner, called a digital monster or Digimon for short, are able to communicate and are able to bridge the two realms together as one with the help of both the Digimon and the human. They need each other or else they will ultimately fail. The Digimon needs a human partner in the human world and the human needs a Digimon to enter a place called the digital world. They need each other and they are strengthened when they are together. They are the ultimate team. The DG destined are specially chosen children, chosen Spicy and number 64257. Cly with special careful consideration to save the digital world and even sometime have to save the real world as well. Secret organizations such as but not limited to D.A.T.SM.I.B, Area 51 and S4 and Hypnos and various organizations developed to combat the digital threat, that they try to stop from happening with little success, I might add. This is we special human children are chosen, because of their innocence, and that is why, because the Digimon are and number 64256. Faced by human emotion, it is like kryptonite to them in huge doses. Digimon have the ability to and number 64256, etc. the weather and create electrical disturbances and electrical storms. The digital goddess can also do this at a greater extent. Poke Goddess and Pokemon can also do this in their world as well. The digital goddess and Poke Goddess have the ability to translate D and number 64256. Errant languages into their own native tongues or their own language verbally or telepathically. We are techno-sapiens. Angels control the weather. Angels are digital beings. We are also digital, but we exist in AD and number 64256, errant form to them. The digital sovereign are tasked with the protection and guardianship of the digital world. Above them are the 13 royal knights, and above them are the DG gnomes, which are the special beings tasked with the development and protection of the mainframe of the digital world inner processes, and above them is the digital overseer called the digital matrix master, or just the overseer, who watches the development and give instructions and or commands to all the Digimon and especially the 13 royal knights. The digital overseer is tasked with the overseeing job of maintaining order and control and logical decision-making of all of the bigger tasks not done by lower Digimon. He or it is DA and number 64257, Ned to be the overseer and is to control the most D and number 64259, cult of tasks that only it can perform because it takes up the majority of all decision and task managing over all the other decisions made. The digital matrix code or the digital catalyst is to be put into a hidden and ammonia's location that the overseer cannot be allowed to know its location just in case the overseer is corrupted. As a fail-safe, if the matrix code cyber or catalyst is destroyed, it will delete all Digimon and all the digital world. If it is not carefully treated and put into the right hands and taken to the source and redistributed, it will have a choice to go back to the source or remain in its original form. If it so desires, it can have a third option. If it desires, it can give up the catalyst and become a Digimon if it so desires.